Hi guys, today we are going to check this exercise. Remember we are in lesson 11 and this is exercise C. So in the first part you have to match the columns. You have a verb, actually it is a phrasal verb, and you have to match it with the descriptions on the right. So the first verb is run into, okay, and this will have the definition of letter C, and it is to meet or find someone or something by chance. So you were not willing to meet that person or that thing, but just by chance you do it. So that's number one. Then pick up. Um, the description for this phrasal verb, pick up, is letter F, to go to a place by car and take on a person as a passenger. So you take a person and then you take it to another place, or you take them to that place, and that's the definition of pick up. Then you have break down. So breakdown has two different meanings. The one that we are going to be checking here, or the one that we are going to use, is when a device stops working. That will be breakdown. That's number three. Then number four, get into. That means to enter to a room or vehicle, right? To a car, to a bus, or to your room, to your bedroom, to the kitchen. You can say, I got into the kitchen, right? Then number five, turn down. That means to reduce the volume or intensity of something. So that's number five. Then we have run out of. So run out of is when there is nothing left of something. Like for example, you can run out of sugar or gas, water, money, etc. And the last is number seven, slow down. And this means to reduce the speed, right? And well, that's first part number one. Then for part number two, you have to make questions in order to have these sentences or these answers. So answer number one says, Mary had prepared lunch when the kids arrived from school. So then the question that you can make there will be, who had prepared lunch? And the same, when the kids arrived from school. Okay, so that would be one question. Then another question can be, well, this is another option. What had Mary done? And then when the kids arrived from school. Okay, that will be question number two. That's another option. Then for answer number two, we have Jesse went to the University of Outbrook, Illinois. Then what you can say here, you can ask, where did Jesse go to university? And well, then your answer will be that. You can also ask, who went to University of Oak Brook, Illinois? That's another option. Then question number three says, Nora picked her little sister up from the nursery 1 hour later. So you can ask again, who picked her little sister up, and you continue. Nursery 1 hour later. Or you can say also, how long ago did Nora pick her sister up? And the same, from, yeah, the nursery. From the nursery. And those could be your two options. Then number four says, we will go to the baseball game next weekend with my friends. So you can ask, when will you go to the baseball game with your friends? Right? So that's one option. And well, you can write any other options if you have them. So that's just one. Then number 5 says Jerry was mowing the grass when the dog started playing on it. Okay, so you can say what was Jerry doing when the dog started playing. You can ask that. You don't say on it because you are not mentioning the grass. Okay, so after you answer, then you can say the grass, right? And that's one option. So if you have any other options, those will be fine. Just remember to ask the question and see if that answers, well, if that question gives this answer here. So that's one option. And then for part number 3, we have to use these phrasal verbs here and use them in these blanks so we have like a complete text, right? So the first says, I usually of my house at 6:30 every morning. So you can say, I usually get out, right? Get out of my house every morning to do exercise. Then my friend Rosie at her house to join me. So in that case, you can use pick up, right? So we have already used pick up. You can mark them and get out. Then we run around the park for some minutes. I sometimes my pace means like the speed you are going. So my pace because my friend doesn't have enough condition and she gets behind. So in this case you can use slow down, right? To reduce the speed. So we have already used slow down. Let's mark it. Then I always the volume of my headphones because my friend likes to be speaking about her boyfriend. So this will be turned down, right? Turned down because they need to listen. So that's what you do, turn down. And let's go for the last. Then when we find our neighbor, we comment that he has a lot. So it cannot break down a neighbor, a person who lives next to your house. So you have grow up. Okay, so look here. He has, this is not present simple anymore. This is present perfect. So you say that he has grown up a lot. And for part number 5, you gotta write what you know about aliens. You have to explain what would you do if you saw one of them. Then, do you think they live among us? Have you ever seen an UFO? And well, you have to use at least 150 words and as many as phrasal verbs as you can. Okay, so you have to use phrasal verbs and 150 words at least. So that will be it.